So, it's the first episode of the Mailbox podcast, man. And I know I ain't got a big crowd or nothing to help me clap for this thing, but I want to have my audience clap for me, and I'm going to clap for me. So, if you at home watching this, or wherever you at watching this, just give a little round of applause. And I'm going to give a little round of applause to the side. How about? Now, it's enough of that shit. Right here at the Mailbox, this is a podcast centered around just being a human, just being regular. People that enjoy life, that experience life. Also, you might see somebody who you've seen before. You might see some famous people on this podcast. You might see some regular schmo Joes. You might see some people that won't ever touch a screen or won't ever touch a camera, but be really wild and live with the action. So, you know, we really want to keep it as street, as gutter as possible with this podcast and try to keep it as real and authentic. Now, the rundown of how everything works, sometimes we might have a plethora of topics that we go over, depending on who's with me, what guest I have. We'll go over the topics, and we're kind of just gift and gab. But, you know, this first episode, I really wanted to kind of center it around just people getting out of their element. And I seen just recently the Anton Daniels, Corey HOLCOMB thing, and we just did a video on that. We're dropping that one soon. But just the fact of, why the fuck is Corey HOLCOMB and Anton Daniels even in the same room? Like, why are they even in the same breath? Like, I could see Anton Daniels podcasting and warring against any and everybody, but Corey HOLCOMB is not the type of person who has a voice who can go back and forth in an argument. And I'm not saying that Corey's not smart or anything, but you got to know when to fight your battles and when to pick your battles, because a lot of motherfuckers be out of their element and they don't know what they're doing. Like, they get a camera, me. They get a camera, they get a microphone, and next thing you know, it's just a whole can of just dumb shit that they say. And this is culminated to the fact of, like, our community taking a hit. I feel like every time as people and as black people, we get a little bit of just, and this ain't freedom. Like, it's not freedom. Like, we not freedom. Or, I mean, we not slaves no more, nigga. This is 2026. It ain't the 1800s. So I'm not gonna say freedom, but as soon as we get a little bit of just air upon us, and not generalizing this statement, but it feels like we don't know how to reel it back and keep shit centered. It seems like Corey HOLCOMB, he been doing this shit for a minute, just being a contrarian for the fact of being a contrarian. Like, that doesn't get you anywhere in life. That doesn't get you anywhere with the black community, especially with black culture. And black culture is dying, man. Like, living down in LA, you would have never thought that there was any, like, remnants of a black culture. I swear to God, like, and I'm from Atlanta, so being out here, and you gonna hear that shit all the time in the podcast, because, you know, I can't change where the fuck I'm from. I can't change what I rep. Can't change any of that. But just the black culture in LA is so hard to kind of pinpoint, and it's so hard to kind of even go to one area. Like, you can go down to Lamert, you can go down Crenshaw, South LA, but then again, like, half of those blocks are just one or two blocks, or, you know, a couple streets, and that's it. Like, it's different from when you go to Chinatown and you got a damn near a whole neighborhood and 2 or 3 blocks of pure just history of, you know, when it comes down to Chinese history, when it comes down to, you know, Chinese actors and things like that. We don't have that. And even in Lamert Park, it's really teetering on a borderline of black excellence and black debauchery at the same time. It's like, you don't know what the fuck you gonna get when you go to Lamert Park. You might get Issa Rae, or you might get a gun stuck in your face. I swear to God, it's just crazy. But it's LA for you. And as I say, like, black culture in LA is weird, because being somebody from Atlanta, like, black culture is everything. Like, I feel like I grew up knowing who Malcolm X was and Martin Luther King was, coming out the gate. Like I feel like I came out the womb knowing who they was. I feel like I came out the womb knowing who James Brown was, and that's not to say that just knowing black people is more than actually living the black experiences and being in the black community. But it's hard, man. It's hard for a young black man being from somewhere that's predominantly black. It's hard coming out here and you seeing so many different cultures that don't represent yours, but you see your culture being overrepresented to the fact of most of our bad and detriment is being shown. So, you know, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to even kind of pinpoint where we even go wrong when it comes down to LA. Because it's not just the gangbanging. It's not just the gangbanging. It's not just, I know when people want to say, oh, you can't wear this hat, you can't wear that. And it's not just that. It's not just that, and it's not simply that. It's a little bit deeper, but even with the hat stuff, like, I've learned, and I got a Pokemon hat on right now. Y'all see me? I'm not banging nothing, nigga, but Pokemon. All right, I'm banging Charizard, Squirtle, and Pikachu. But even with the hat stuff, it's more akin to battle flags, and you having a certain battle flag, and you looking like a certain warrior coming from a certain place, so people are associating you with that. It's not like you can't just wear a hat and all of a sudden you gonna have a bunch of 30 niggas riding around looking for you. No, it's like if you wearing a neighborhood Crip hat and you in Inglewood family territory, something's going to happen to you. Somebody's going to say something to you. Like I'm wearing red shit in blood neighborhoods, and I've gotten pressed like take that off. So you think if a motherfucker coming in this bitch and you wearing an enemy hat and you think that shit just finna go your way, I have a lot of words for you, buddy. This is Los Angeles. Niggas die every day. You might be one of them. So be real cautious on when you come here and how you present yourself, and know that black culture here is in a recession. So, you know, gangbanging is one of LA's biggest exports. Gangbanging, palm trees, weed. That's it. You know, gangbanging and we shit. Even in Atlanta, like it's big gangbanging presses there, and we didn't have no Bloods or no Crips back in the day. It was just a bunch of dirty niggas with a gun and baggy jeans. Bobos, Birdman lugs, all that type of shit. That's what gangbanging was back in the day. It wasn't none of this what niggas got going on now, what niggas think about now. So, like, I feel like the game has changed. The game has changed in so many different ways. Even in gang culture, like, there's so many things that black culture, we stem from gang culture, or we kind of harbor gang culture, but it's hard to get away from it when your culture is so much in gang and the cripping and blooding and, you know, the Panthers and just being revolutionaries and always fighting. Like, the black community, we've always been fighting. This is always been on the upheaval. And I'm tired of this shit. Okay, I'm tired of fighting 24/7. We don't got to do that. We don't got to do that no more. You ain't got to fight no more. Okay? I feel like every day waking up in this motherfucker like the color purple. Shit. Need to change around this motherfucker, man. Damn. But seriously, man. It's hard. It's hard being in LA too when you from somewhere where you got a lot of black people, because the black people in LA don't understand you when you are expressively black. Like, it's hard to be a different person, to be different, or, you know, have a different point of view. But it's very easy to kind of get wrapped in that LA way of thinking of just like, I'm a socialite, I'm an elite. And you got that in the same hood, like Lamar Park. Like, everybody that's from LA and that's going to know or watch this video, they're going to know and see or understand what I'm talking about. How you got the richest, blackest part of the world in Baldwin Hills and View Park, and then you got the slums in the hood, which is right adjacent to it, and you got Slauson, Crenshaw, and Lamert, you know, MLK Boulevard. All that shit is right there. So, what the fuck are they telling us and we ain't listening? Or what the fuck are they saying and we ain't getting, because why the fuck is that shit even close together? Like, there's no trailer park right next to Beverly Hills. It's not like you go, okay, yeah, you might go from Beverly Hills and go to Hollywood, which is similar to a trailer park. But nigga, that's like Beverly Hills. That's going to Tinseltown. I'm not talking about going from literally Ridgecrest to Ridgewon't, nigga. This is literally Bankhead to Buckhead. This is how they got us living out here, and it's for black folks. It's literally we put in the boxes out here. Cali, small ass KFC boxes. And they just got niggas eating on each other out here. I swear to God. And they all fighting for the same little piece of land. But I'm from Atlanta. So we don't do that. We don't fight over corpses of land and small little pieces of land and shit like that. It's just shit that I don't do. Like, I prided myself on being from a place that, nigga, I had a yard growing up. I had trees. I could smell. I could sniff. I could stretch my arms out in the yard. Yeah, shit was in the hood. Shit was tough. Our bandos look different from your bandos, but still. And I'm not starting the ATL versus LA argument, because we gonna go on and on about that. But like I said, man, it's kind of hard being from the South and living out here. It's kind of hard being from black excellence, and you move out to LA and you don't really kind of understand the layout of LA. It's been many places, many times. I done gone different places, and you realize certainly that real quick, real soon, that this isn't a place I should stay. And you know, that shit's cool. I feel like every city needs their danger zones. Every city needs their zone where you can't go or you shouldn't go to give that city that edge. Because if any city, you could just walk around that motherfucker willy-nilly. I feel like Salt Lake City, Utah is probably the places where if you walk around that bitch willy-nilly, you good. Or Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Don't come at me on some bullshit if you from Cheyenne or if you from Salt Lake and be like, no, nigga, we got guns out here. We be popping shit. No, nigga. Y'all know where y'all from. Y'all know where the fuck y'all be doing. So yeah, don't get mad at me, but I feel like them small little towns and shit like that, when shit get popping or it's no action, I feel like that's just make your city dead. Like, all y'all do is have fun out this bitch and live life and eat cheese and live good. I hate y'all motherfuckers. Can somebody die around this bitch? You know, one of them towns, them little house on the prairie towns where everybody in that motherfucker just that live a good life and just live till they 110 years old. Everybody just eat wine and cheese and nobody has a job and everybody got money. Like, how the fuck does this work? Like, you know what I mean? Y'all could do that. You can do this shit in little small ass towns and little small community towns. You couldn't do that shit in LA. You couldn't do that shit anywhere where the populace is over 1 million. You couldn't. I'm just keeping it a bean. But you know what the fuck is big in them towns? Is meth. In the words of Dave Chappelle, the biggest thing and the biggest export of these small cities is meth. Okay, if you ever trying to run it up, if you're trying to make a lot of money selling drugs, you got to go to a small ass town and set up shop, man. You can't sell drugs out here, man. You competing with any and everybody, nigga. You competing with the pharmacists. You competing with dope dealers. You competing with dope sellers, nigga. You competing with dope doers, nigga. Yeah, you got dope heads selling dope now. How the fuck that work, nigga? I thought you couldn't get high on supply. You like, no, I need it too. I sell it just to get high. That's every weed head excuse for buying weed or selling weed. I sell it just to make my money back, so I could just whatever I spend. I'm like, no, nigga, no. I done that before. I already know. Whatever you spend on ringing up, it's gonna go to Munchies, nigga. You gonna spend the rest on Munchies, and you gonna spend the rest on the 3-5, nigga. Don't tell me you trying to re-up and you on an enterprise, nigga. You trying to be Pablo Escobar, nigga, off a 3-5 and a honey pack. It don't work like that, Jack. It's not gonna work like that. It's not, man. To get my story, I started selling weed, man. I've been trapping for a little minute, but everybody know, or not everybody know, but I used to sell bud back in the day. But I started out with edibles like any other kid. Well, I started out selling little bags of weed, little 5, 10s, whatever. I used to steal weed from my sister. I know she gonna be mad when she see this, but it's whatever. I used to steal weed. I bag it up. I find little crafty ways to hide it. I remember one time I put my shit in a tennis ball and rocked the shit up. Remember going to the homies. Hey man, I got bud for sale. What nigga? You got bud for sale? Bet. I remember the homies not having money half of the time, not paying me, but I'm still smoking them out. I'm still busting them down. All right, I got you. 5 for the 10. So high school come around, I meet a plug that stayed right in my neighborhood. Like I stayed in some apartment complex. He stayed right in the apartment complex right above us or right in front of us. So I go to his house. I'm kicking it with him every day. Mind you, I'm in 9th grade. He already out of high school. Kicking it with every day. I'm just catching the vibe. I'm just chilling. You know what I mean? He make music. He got a studio. So I'm like, okay, cool. You feel me? I'm already living that grown life. I'm already thinking I'm finna be that type of nigga anyway. So I'm already planning my life out that way. So he tell me, like, yeah, man, I'm finna put you down. I'm finna give you these. We'll do. And he showed me edibles. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I know what edibles are, but what the fuck is he showing me? Like, yeah, I'm finna put you on. You're gonna sell these edibles for me at school. And he went to the same school that I went to, as he previously went to the same high school. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm really just going along with it. Like, it didn't hit me till I had the cookies and I had to sell the motherfuckers, and I got anxious because I'm like, oh shit, now I got to do something. So out of nowhere, I think it probably took me a week or two to get my real custo started. And I had a homie named Eric. Shout out to E. Hags. Eric and me trapped that motherfucker out like nobody's business. I'm talking about I was selling out before first fucking period, dog. I had so much motherfucking money as a teenager from selling cookies and edibles that a nigga couldn't tell me shit. I was finna buy a car, have all the freshest shoes, Jordans, all that shit in the span of 2 months, nigga. And the fact of the matter is, I didn't get a chance to really see all my plans and see the gains and see the worth and all the money and shit until like 3 months after me trapping, and then that shit was over with. So trapping and weed and edibles was cool, but it was a short ass lived experience. Like, I wasn't somebody who was gonna have hella dope for you, have hella this flavors for you and all that type of shit. Like, probably you used to get packs sent to the crib, have a couple pounds. Yeah, nigga, that's it. I ain't trapping out this bitch. Ain't no need to trap out this bitch. Nigga, I just want 3-5. I'm trying to leave. Okay, all this weed making my head hurt. That's how I looked at the game. That's how I approached the game. You come to Cali, bro. You be smoking damn near any and every day. Cause weed's so universal out here, It's wild, man. It's wild, especially living in times now where everything is accessible. Everything's accessible, man. Anybody can make a podcast, including me. Anybody can make a rap song, including me. Anybody can make a viral moment, and it go wild, man. But it takes the real people. It takes the real network builders, and the real visionaries that really want to see art being produced at its highest level, who keep coming back and who keep producing art to its highest level, and who actually build. I'm in that phase right now where I'm really trying to find my style and my sense of how I come to the world. And it's hard. It's hard as an artist. You see me doing little boxes and moving and shit. It's kind of hard because you're trying to be this way, and you're trying to be this way, and you're trying to be that way. And it's like, nigga, I just want to be this way. I just want to be my way. Frank Sinatra said, nigga, he did it his way. I'm trying to do a male way. Shit, nigga. It's hard out here, son. It's hard. But shit, bro, I I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy the process. I enjoy the challenge of this shit. I'm somebody, man, that like I had nothing when I came to LA. I literally had nothing. Like, I probably had a couple $100, clothes in a duffel bag. I had 2 duffel bags full of clothes. Had my camera. I had my beat up ass MacBook Pro, 2013 version, and I just hustled. I came out this bitch. I hustled, man. I hustled so hard that days that I couldn't sleep or, I wouldn't sleep, it would just eat at me. Like, I want it. Like, I really want it. And it's hard now when you get to the moment where you start to see a lot of your dreams materialize. And you like, fuck. Like, is this what I'm actually embarking of? Like, Hollywood, the journey. Like, I stay right down there, right down the street from the Hollywood sign. But growing up in Atlanta, growing up back then, I would have never thought that I would actually be here or be doing this or have a want to be doing it. So I always had that realization. I'm like, damn, man, it's fun, but it's always a surreal trip because I sit back and I'm like, damn, like, is this really something that I really, really, really want to do? Because I never seen myself doing it, but I always see myself doing something. If that makes any sense, like I knew I was always wanting to push myself to do something, but I just didn't know what. And a lot of shit happened for me to come on this journey, this realization journey. Y'all get to know more of me throughout the episodes and my journey and the things that have changed me, and how I've moved through life, and how life has changed me. But yeah, man, I'm somebody that has been through it, and just like how a lot of people have, we've all been through it. We've all been through the motions. We've all been through the currents. It's not the journey that sets us apart. It's exactly how and when we intend to end the journey. I feel like that's what sets us apart. Because a lot of people in the journey, when they stop or when they hit that level, a lot of people in the journey when they hit that level. And to be honest, I've already hit that level. Not monetarily, not fame-wise, but in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I got all my needs met. I got a good paying job. I got a good paying career. I could quit all this extra shit if I wanted to and go deep into that, but I don't, because this up here always has me on this little hamster wheel. Always has me going this. So no matter what the fuck is going on in LA, what the fuck is going on in Atlanta, I'm always constantly just on that hamster wheel where I'm, always forcing myself or pushing myself or wanting to do this project or wanting to do that project. And you get to the nitty and the gritty of it, and you realize, man, half of the time, a lot of the projects and a lot of the stuff you already have done, or you've done it in a different way. So all I have to do is kind of apply it and use that nature of application. And that's what kind of, even me being here, even Private Beach, like the sign here, as you see, we at Private Beach Studios. This is where we're recording, and this is a lovely experience because every time I've come here, it has been homely. I felt great. I felt heard. I felt seen. And I don't have to do too much to feel that way. I don't feel like I have to pay so much money to be a part of this community. It's something that Maxwell and Brandon are building here that is once of a lifetime, man. And being a part of those moments, being a part of the chaotic Melroses, the bodega smoke shops, the Wagwan Jamaican restaurants, the anywhere you go in LA where real people make the community, being a part of that community helps me be a part of my own community and be a part of my own self, and even invest in myself and want to keep going and want to build the network and build the Mailbox podcast and build the Mailbox in general. It's a lot of things that run through my head and that make me want to stop this shit. And I had to be even pushed to even do this, to even take this journey. Like somebody had to push me to get to this level in life. And not saying that I always need a push or always need exterior motivation, but it's easy as fuck to get sidetracked and, oh, I'm gonna drop a music video, and then, oh, I'm gonna drop an album, or then I want to do a short film, but I want to do an album for the short film. Like, this is all the type of shit I be trying to do, and then nigga gotta wake up and clock in for a 9 to 5. It's hard as fuck, but this shit get done though, because you realize that you don't want that regret. I don't never want the regret to say that I never got on my 10 and I didn't do anything. I don't want that regret to say, man, there was a studio called Private Beach Studios and they had a dope ass podcast space, but I waited too long and something happened to the podcast space and now I can't film there no more. Like, I've been in that position so many times to where I lost my opportunity, or I lost this, or I didn't invest in this, or I didn't back this person, or I didn't trust this person, and this person ended up being this person. So I've been in that position so much that's why I had to jump on a lot of shit coming out here in LA. It taught me to just jump on it, like to just be. And the more that I be and the more that I am is kind of more help in this shit. And that's where I kind of want to end today's podcast. This episode of the Mailbox is just kind of like, in this new age in 2026, is trust yourself, believe in yourself, bet on yourself, invest in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, then nobody else will, nobody else can. And here at the Mailbox, we always send it in the living room. We dropping postage. Did you pick up your mail? Because if you didn't, I know you missed something behind. I'm out.